It's a silver fox office for the box office foxes. It's a silver fox office with Elsie and Mike.
Welcome to the Silver Fox Office, where we're on a quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm LC.
And I'm Mike. And today we are joined by our very, very special guest, as we announced last episode. He is an actor, he is a singer, he is a musician, he is my heterosexual platonic boyfriend, Ed Blunden.
Thank you so much for having me. What an introduction. Holy shit.
Have you ever been described like that?
No, but I love it. It's now...
Is any of that incorrect?
No,
but
exactly. I will like that as my calling card, like from henceforth.
Yeah.
That's only going to be your business card.
Yeah, exactly.
For the record, I had never called Ed my heterosexual platonic boyfriend until the episode last time, so I think it was a surprise for Ed.
To be at the birth of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a noise that had never come out of my mouth before came out at that particular moment. I loved it. I rewound it, listened to it again.
It's your ringtone.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Did you
specify text alert from
Did you
Mike.
tell Kathy that's what I'd called?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
And she approved?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I did see like the photos from your show, like the ones that you had posted, and I saw one of them where like you're kind of hanging off Mike, and I was like, I bet Mike was having a field day with that one.
Look, we have a history of actually finding quite a lot of spaces to cuddle in most shows that we do.
This is true. This is true.
It's a recurring thing.
Are you choreographing all of these shows?
Look, it is not just me. It's very much a joint effort. Is it not, Ed?
Yes.
Yes.
Ed, blink once if you need.
Oh, so we're back at it.
We're back again.
With our second guest. We were just talking before the podcast that it feels like it's been so long since we've done this, when it has not been at all.
And it feels even longer for me because I forgot our entire last episode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, last one was Halloween. How long ago was that? It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was Michelle Pfeiffer. Lady Fox 2. Right. What do we do? What have you watched? What have people been watching? There we go.
Yeah, Ed, what have you been watching?
Well, for the longest time, because we've been very busy with the show, we've been busy with Thank You 10. We literally closed that like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I haven't had an awful lot of time to kind of be watching things, but after Pack Out yesterday, I was very fortunate to gate crash pretty much the Mixed Bag podcast crew.
Lovely, shout out.
Of Cass, Jamie, and Matt, plus Lucas as well, who's also been a regular on Mixed Bag. And we went to the embassy and we saw Wicked Part 1.
Oh my god.
And
good.
Did you have the time of your life?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'll preface, like, I'm not a massive fan of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw it when it was in Wellington recently, mostly to kind of like Totoko and support like the friends that I had that were in it.
Yeah.
Also to see it fully because I'd never seen it, and like I tried listening to the soundtrack because one of the first shows I did with Mike was our first show we did together was Rent in 2015, but the second show was Taking the Millennium, and that had 3 songs from Wicked.
Did it?
Yep. Popular.
Oh, I sang that one.
Defying Gravity, which we all sang.
I was in, yeah.
And For Good, which was the rugby one.
That's right. They redid it as 2 straight men with a rugby ball.
Like passing the mantle, like from like team captain to it was
The whole thing of that show was genders doing it, and like they had not done it before. So
yeah. So those were kind of like my initiation into Wicked. So I knew of those songs. I tried listening to the soundtrack, and I was like, "Yep, there's nice things on there."
This popular does not measure up to Mike's version.
No.
The Mike version. I mean, all hope is lost.
Exactly. So I knew the story going into it. And like even when I watched the show, I was like, I have certain gripes with plot lines that kind of appear and then completely disappear or like are disregarded later on. But yeah, but there was I loved Wicked. I really, really thought it was not just like the fact that they didn't do the whole thing of like, this is what it looked like on stage, and now we're just going to place that in a movie. They like had its own aesthetic. It took elements from the show and like little nods to, and obviously nods to the original Wizard of Oz as well.
Yeah.
It was like beautiful to look at. The choreography was incredible. I laughed so much. I did not expect what I got from Ariana Grande Butera.
Okay.
She was so good. Obviously, Cynthia Erivo was stunning. Phenomenal. They sound beautiful together. And I was in tears at the end. Like that whole like meme that's coming out is like, here's me before wicked, here's me after wicked. It's like I get it.
Okay.
I get it. So, and it was just a really fun film. Like it was a film as well. It wasn't like I say, a show put on screen. It
Yeah.
was made for cinema.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, John Cho has a pretty decent track record with directing musicals. 'Cause
Yeah.
he had also done In the Heights,
And
which
I
is a
loved
really
In the
good
Heights.
movie.
I loved In the
Yeah.
Heights so
It's a
much.
great movie.
Really good movie of a really good stage musical.
Yes.
And again, a movie.
Yeah.
Like it's not just lifting the stage show and putting it
Yeah,
on the
because one of
thing.
my favorite moments in the Heights is it's later on in the show, in the movie. So I guess it's a spoiler for
Oh,
a
no.
movie that's from a few years ago. But like, there's a moment where they're singing "When the Sun Goes Down," which is later on in the movie, and like they start dancing on the side of the building, and it
Yeah.
like, turns, and it's just like, oh, it's just so well thought out, and it looks
And Abuela
gorgeous.
going through the like train
Oh,
tunnel with all the people.
Yeah,
dancing.
Pacencia y Fe is just
so good.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie again.
same.
I watched
it-
it very late and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like
Oh.
it was really well done.
It was a cinema watch for me, and Jared hadn't really heard of it, and I was like, no, we have to.
Mm.
I love this show.
Mm.
Oh, what a good film. So I'm
Yeah, it's just I felt like it got lost in the whole like kind of like COVID wave and the COVID midst of things. So yeah,
Agreed.
yeah,
I'm just yeah, I'm not a fan of Wicked
Mm.
generally, but I see the reactions. I'm quite excited to see it
Mm.
now. I am interested to see how they do the second film, seeing as the second act of Wicked is worse. than
it
the
is way
first.
worse.
The second act is really weak. So
There's
I'm-
less bangers as well.
Yeah, I'm
So-
interested to
I
see.
feel like the first act holds all of the really well-known songs.
Sorry, did I say less weak?
Listen,
Did I? Where am I? Sorry.
weak.
It's weak. The second act is weak.
I think because all of the bangers are in the first half. Like,
Yeah.
if you close out your first half with Defying Gravity, trying to come back straight after that in part two, you're gonna have a shit time.
Mm.
I'm really excited to see Ariana Grande get into these musical roles because I will go on record and say I've been an Ariana Grande fan for a very long
Yes, you have.
time.
Mm.
And I remember like when she first started, she was doing musicals, like she
Yeah.
was in 13 and things like that.
Mhm.
And this is like her first album is very heavily musical theatre inspired. So to see her kind of come back to this full circle, and I know that the film was like embroiled with scandal and everything, and she's shacked up with SpongeBob and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, I think the film has somehow managed to survive.
Who amongst us has not shacked up with SpongeBob?
Been there.
Look, I love a porous sponge.
I love that if any film was going to get a sex scandal, it was going to be Wicked the musical, and it was going to be between Bok and Glinda.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Yeah, I think the only other thing is because Mike has gone on about it a couple of times, I started Chaos on Netflix.
Oh,
So I'm 2 episodes into Chaos and I've been enjoying it so far. But again, thank you, Ten, just kind of took up all my kind of energy and things. And prior to that, again, podcast inspired, I rewatched rewatched Halloween 2018
yes.
a while ago, and
Great
then
choice.
also watched Halloween 2 from
81.
1981.
Yeah.
So the sequel to the original Halloween.
Great choice.
Just because I'd never seen that one before, and that was purely because so much like Halloween content and slasher content was coming from the Silver Fox office. So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we need to diversify.
If there's an episode where I don't mention John Carpenter's original 1978 Halloween, there's something wrong.
I feel like we talk about slashers too much that the police are going to put us on some sort of list.
If we're not
I'm
on
really-
the list,
Yeah.
why we speak about these men.
Yeah, we're on many different
We're on
lists.
a lot of different lists. It's
We
hard
are.
to keep
There,
track.
there are alerts. Is that you?
I think so. Yeah.
Great.
Because
I'm
like
so happy you're watching Chaos. That makes me very happy.
yeah.
The song Eurydice that Killian Scott sings.
In the
written
first
by-
episode.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love that song.
Yeah,
I've got
it
on
was a lovely
repeat.
song. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanna play it at Jared and our wedding.
Cute.
Ed, you can sing that for us. All
Oh,
right?
okay.
So you have to learn.
There you go.
Don't hold me to that.
We've got it on record.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Lockdown.
Elsie, what have you been watching and engaging with?
I'm glad you asked. I just opened Letterboxd because that's the only way I can keep track. And I had like a sign-in failure, so my heart started racing. 'Cause I feel like part of this podcast is formed on Letterboxd.
What if that's what you said? I've been watching Sign and Failure.
I've been watching my Letterboxd go round and round circles. So actually, I managed to score 2 tickets to the premiere of Gladiator 2,
Ooh.
thanks to Flix. Shout out Flix, not sponsored. Could be, not sponsored.
You can if you
Get in
want.
line behind A to Z Nude
Nude
Man.
men.
So I got these tickets and I took my dad.
Cute.
Because
It is a boys' film.
Yeah.
it's such a dad film.
Yeah.
So Dad was there, loves Gladiator. I was there because Paul Mescal was there.
Yeah.
Like begins and ends like that. So okay, here's my about to confess a cardinal sin.
Oh
I
gosh.
hadn't seen the first one,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, I'm seeing the second one. Like it's been hyped up so much. Paul Mescal's there. He's wearing a little skirt. Like
Yeah.
there's no way around it. It was a really good film.
Yeah.
Like objectively was a really good film. There was actually a story and there was obviously a lot of fun like callbacks to the original, which I felt like they had to do. But, and this is probably controversial because I'm sure there's a lot of fanboys that disagree with me, I felt like it had enough callbacks without being dependent on that. It
Okay.
was still a standalone film. And yeah, Paul Mescal was there, Pedro Pascal was there, Denzel Washington was there. Like
Bunch of sexy men.
it was a sexy
Although
cast.
I know he's not sexy in it based on the trailers, but Fred Herchinger,
Oh yeah.
I think
Colour.
he's kind of cute in other things.
Joseph Quinn, like he was wearing some crazy makeup, little ginger
Yeah.
bob going on, which was kind of like, but he's fit.
He
Like
could play SpongeBob.
he could be a little SpongeBob. So
Yeah.
could Fred Hirschlinger, whatever you say.
Herschlinger. Burbertlinger.
The hash sling slasher. Yeah.
So then 2 nights later, I think I was at my I went out to my folks' house, and my dad's like, I'm watching the first Gladiator film.
Nice.
So I locked in and I watched it. Now that's a good film.
I watched it not too long ago, and I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it because I remember
See,
it
why
coming out
dads
at the
like it?
cinema, and I enjoyed it when it came out when I was 9. I remember apparently I was sleepwalking and talking about the tigers on the night that I saw it. Apparently it scared me.
You were
But-
talking about Russell Crowe.
Well,
Because everyone would have been like, valid.
they didn't ignore that. No, they didn't. Acknowledge
You're like,
that.
la la la.
No, just he's scared of tigers. When instead I was talking about tight thighs or something.
You were calling Russell Crowe a tiger.
Yeah. It's fun though.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
Film. It was really fun. Lots of really iconic moments, and it was brilliant. The one thing, because obviously after the second one came out, there's a lot of discourse about like historical inaccuracies, which first of all, sorry, get fucked. Second of all, if you're looking for historical accuracy, go to the museum.
I
All
thought you were
right.
gonna say go to the Middle Ages.
Just get in your time machine. Go to the Middle Ages. Listen, we've got Paul Mescal wearing a little skirt. Take what we've got. Also, first of all, they're all speaking English. They're speaking English with English accents.
Yeah, great.
No, there's no historical accuracies there. And also, if
Oh yeah, because a lot of people had a problem with Denzel Washington playing a character with like some power or something, right?
which is just
Because he's a black guy, so they're like, that's inaccurate.
also,
But wasn't he based on a real person?
I also just find it a little bit like telling if people are picking apart historical inaccuracies, like not acknowledging the fact they're all speaking English, but a black man having a role in this
It's a
film. That's
fucking
where
movie.
you draw the line.
It's a movie. I don't care.
It's silly business. But yeah, both of those films were really good. And I genuinely think I had such a busy week this week. I think that's like I hadn't watched anything else other than the film for this, because I went on Tuesday to see the author Dolly Alderton. She came to Wellington and she spoke.
Oh,
I
yes,
went
yes,
with
yes.
a friend and her friends to see it. It was really good. It was really fun. And then on Wednesday, I experienced the pinnacle of theatre. I saw Thank You 10.
Wow.
Wow.
I saw these two on stage, absolutely killed it. I had the best time of my
Yay.
life. They came out, I heard the first couple notes of Defying Gravity, and I was done. I grabbed my sister on the arm, and I was like, oh my god.
Which is great because one of our other workmates, Callum, shout out Callum if he listens,
Hi,
which
Callum.
he probably doesn't.
Definitely does not listen to
No,
this.
he absolutely not. Under no circumstances would Callum listen to this.
Never stoop to our level.
No. But he's not a musical theatre person, and he came along, and his response to Defying Gravity when he heard that it was a cappella was,
Oh, fuck.
God, I don't know how much of this I can do, Mike. So,
Which, first of all, okay. Thank you very much, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. I
Right.
enjoyed a lot of it. The fact that you did one of my favourite songs, I was born and raised on Monty Python, and hearing you come out and singing Always Look on the Bright
right
Side
side
of Life.
alive.
When you did Candy Store,
Oh yeah.
I was blushing. I was nearly out of my seat. It was incredible. I loved Thank You 10. I also, because, we only met relatively recently in the past few
Mhm.
years, I obviously didn't get to experience all of the prior shows that
No.
Spotlight Society had done, so getting to kind of recap on all of them was super fun.
Yeah, this would only be your second, maybe?
Third, I saw Avenue Q.
Not a Footlights show.
Oh, was that not?
No, it's
it
not
was a show
Footlights.
I was in and Ed was in. but it was-
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like half of the cast were Footlighters, but it was not. A
Yeah, there's a
Footlights
good
show.
chunk of footlights in that
Wow.
class. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the off-brand version.
yeah,
It was really
pretty
good,
much.
by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So technically, my first one was Bright Star, which
Bright Star.
absolutely went off the rails. It was so good.
Off the rails.
Off the rails.
The train.
I went off the rails. You're trying after you threw that fucking baby out the window. I'm forgiving ya. But yeah, that's what I did.
Nice.
That's my viewing history. Mike, what about you?
Yeah, so obviously I've been.
Read 35 books or something?
Oh my God, no. So I've obviously been very, very busy. During showtime, I'm not very good at reading books. So I did lose a couple, so I think I've only read about 4 in the past 2 weeks.
What do we do with you?
Like,
Your brain's shrinking.
I know.
Books. Okay.
What,
Alright,
is
get
that
on.
what I sound
Yeah,
like?
it's in my head.
Can you do that
I've got
again?
terrible hearing.
Do more mic impression?
I think I read 4 books.
So,
Shut it. We'll go into the impressions category that we often do on this podcast for no reason.
yeah, so I read a book called Ghost Station by S.A. Barnes, which is a horror book set on a space station.
Oh.
And it like doesn't have alien vibes, which I think is impressive to have a horror book on a space station that doesn't make you think of Alien.
Mm.
And it was
Admirable.
fine. Her previous book, which I can't remember the name of right now, much better.
Oh.
It might be Dead Space, but that might be because I'm thinking of the game. But anyway, and then I read a book called We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix, which was fucking awesome. I love Grady Hendrix books. They're so funny and so just so funny and scary and spooky and really fun. And I've also been reading the Everworld series, which I've been reading since I read it as a kid, and I've been revisiting it,
Fun.
which is basically all of the gods, like, Zeus and Thor and Ra and the Aztec one that I can't pronounce, Huitzilopochtli,
Oh my
something like
gosh.
that.
Mm.
They got together
Huitzilopochtli.
and created. They were like, we're going to abandon Earth because people have stopped believing us, so we're going to create our own world called Everworld, and we're going to bring a whole bunch of our followers to it.
Ooh.
So they're all in one world, and a bunch of like modern teenagers get sucked up
Oh
and,
my God,
and end
that's
up in the
Jackson.
world. And it's but from like 2000.
Oh, fun.
And also skewed at a slightly older audience.
Okay.
It's still for young readers, but yeah, really good, really very fun. A little bit dated because it was from
Oh,
the 2000,
a
I
little bit
think.
problematic.
Occasionally,
Oh.
but look, also really progressive. Like there's one character who there are 4 main teens, and each book is told from a different one of their perspective, and they all double because they all get a few because I think there are 12 books in the series. So, and it's by K.A. Applegate, who wrote Animorphs as well, by the way. Missed an important part of that, I think.
The animals.
But one of the characters is racist and homophobic, but he grows
Oh my God.
throughout the
Mhm.
series.
Homicide.
But the fact that like they're even talking about homophobia and queer representation
Sure.
in a young adult series of novels from the year 2000. That's
Yep.
pretty impressive. And they deal with it as well as they could have for that media at the time.
Yeah.
How's that?
We'll just, yeah,
That's
we'll take
look,
face value. We'll take
for
what we
me,
get.
I'm happy with that. Movie-wise, apart from the two that I watched today for this podcast,
Beautiful.
I watched this is the Zodiac speaking after
Oh.
LC recommended it on the last
Nice. Yeah.
episode.
Think.
I really liked it. If
It
you're a
was
true,
good.
I mean, the Zodiac is always a interesting serial killer anyway. I was about to
Yeah.
call him a slasher. That's
Oh.
not great.
Can't say
You
that.
can't say that. I'm so sorry.
These are real people, Mike.
Like it's interesting. Purely the mystery of it is it's the same as like Jack the Ripper or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That
You want to know. Like,
Yeah.
it's human to be like, oh, what the hell happened?
Mm.
and obviously, like you were saying, it focuses on Arthur Lee Allen as a suspect who has always been, I think, top of everyone's list.
I think
and
he's like the prime suspect.
I've always been a big believer that it was
John Carroll
that it was
Lynch
him.
in the movie.
Oh, what a creepy performance! I love John Carroll Lynch.
Frightening, because he was the clown bloke in American Horror Story Freak Show.
He was, yeah.
I'm sure you're a big fan of that show.
I hate that show so much, but I love John Carroll Lynch. He's great in Gothica and in this, and
John Carroll Lynch, great actor.
I think he's one of the most underrated actors.
Yeah.
And I also watched Encounters at the End of the World, which is a Werner Herzog documentary.
Oh.
Oh.
Love Werner Herzog very much. Do you like Werner Herzog? How do we feel about Werner?
I think I might be indifferent. Well, I mean,
That's incorrect.
I might be confusing him with someone else.
Werner Herzog is the German documentarian who was also in Mandalorian.
Oh, it is the person I'm talking
it's
about.
either I want to see the baby.
Yeah. So I
That is all I know him from, probably.
I would like to see the baby. Yeah.
Um,
So he does these documentaries that are always like he does films as well as
yeah.
documentaries, but he does some incredible stuff. So he does one called Grizzly Man, which is about a guy who like basically lived with the grizzly bears and was killed and eaten by a grizzly bear, and it is harrowing and phenomenal. It's so good.
oh, he was in Penguins of Madagascar. That's Brian Hodgson.
Sure, yeah. He was also on Parks and Rec at one point.
Who's your favourite German documentarian?
Look,
We all have one.
but so he does these really funny things. Like
Is it Grizzly Man? Is that the
Grizzly Man,
documentary?
that's him, yeah. So he has this way of speaking. He's got this very heavy accent and this really unique voice. It's brilliant.
Do
And
an impression.
I will. One's coming, believe you me.
Watch out.
He's gearing up for it.
But he says like the most grandiose things that are so overly dramatic, and it's always got big music in the background. It's just phenomenal. So this documentary, Encounters at the End of the World, is about Antarctica. He goes to Antarctica, and there's this one scene with this penguin.
Of Madagascar. But I can see the connection.
Yeah, great. This penguin that basically it stops, and its options are to go left to the nesting grounds or right to the ocean where all the other penguins are, but instead it goes up right to the mountains,
Third secret
and
option.
basically going for death, right? And so Werner, it's really sad, but it's also very funny the way that it happens. You have to see it. But he does this whole monologue of like, are penguins deranged? Do they walk to the mountains for certain death? It's so funny. And Jared and I have always said that when we get a cat, we're going to name it Herzog. And so we can just be like, my milk bowl is empty. I feel ennui. I love him so much.
Oh my god.
So I watched that. I highly recommend, if you want to try a Werner film but haven't seen any before, I would recommend Grizzly Man. It is a harrowing watch. And he also, it's harrowing but also really good.
Yeah.
But he also does one about, I can't remember what it's called, but it's about basically the death penalty.
Okay.
So he does these really serious topics. He also does one called Lo and Behold, Reveries of the Connected Age, which is about the internet.
Oh, fun.
That one's quite funny and light if you can get over the fact that you do have to look at Elon Musk's face for a couple of
Oh,
bits.
can't do. Sorry, I really draw the line at that
Yeah,
little wiener.
that's fair enough.
Hate that dude.
I know he's a fucking.
He's the fucking worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love that we often say impartial about things on the show, but we just draw the line.
You know what? You know what though? I bet Clancy Brown hates Elon Musk. Clancy.
Clancy.
Clumpsy, and I was like, that's
Clumpsy.
Elon Clumps. We can
Oh.
be partial about things, but we draw the line at conservative Republicans, and just little wieners like.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude. And one more thing. Clumsy is just so good. One more thing I wanted to talk about was I watched a movie called Time Cut, which is
on Netflix?
yeah, a slasher movie on Netflix, which looked really fun, and I'm sure if you were an 11-year-old girl, it would be very scary.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I my review I think for it was all the thrills and chills of a Hilary Duff album.
I love Hilary Duff. I had Hilary Duff pajamas when I was.
I actually think you would possibly enjoy it. It's like a time travel movie where a girl ends up getting sent back in time to the early 2000s when there was a serial killer at her high school or whatever.
That's a fun concept.
It is a fun concept. However, I think
execution?
there are it's fine. It's very like M-rated horror, maybe even close to PG-rated horror. Like it's very, very you don't see a single thing. It's almost like a Goosebumps book, or maybe like
No, those Goosebumps, some of those were fucking freaky.
yeah. But there's a movie called Totally Killer, which has a similar concept and is a lot more fun and a lot more entertaining. So I would say do that, but Time Cut is perfectly inoffensive.
Beautiful. That's what we need.
That's
That's what we need this day and age.
And that's me.
Beautiful. So, Mike, can you explain to us, for
No.
those that haven't listened before and have for some odd reason decided to start at episode 10?
No, surely not.
Maybe 10? If I'm wrong, I'll edit it later.
No,
And
you won't.
they've waited till now to join. Can you explain what a silver fox is by our standards?
By our standards. So our standards are generally a little bit loosey-goosey, but
Controversial, some might say.
some might say 45 is how old they have to be. 45 plus.
Emphasis on the plus.
On the plus, yeah. I don't, and look, we know that's young. However, the way we worked it out is we were like, if people live to 90, this is middle-aged.
This is middle age.
So,
Yeah.
they have
Stuck
to,
somewhere.
yep, they have to be sexy. They have to have grey hair or silver hair or dyed silver hair, or they could have silver hair or they could be bald. Any of that. It's a vibe. And it's non-gendered. Any gender, any and all gender, men, women, non-binary, takatapue, whaafawhine, any of it.
Just as
We
long
love
as
all.
we can objectify them.
As long as we are like, yeah, I want to see them in the nutters.
That's basically it.
And some of them we have seen in the nutters. The A to Z men.
Shout out A to Z Man Nudes, not sponsored, but could be
Not yet.
one day. So
What if we just start calling it A to Z Nude Men Presents?
they're gonna have to, otherwise they're calling us liars.
And then send them like a bill.
They'll see this as cease and desist. I'm ready to accept that with open arms because
Yeah.
I'm really convincing.
Yeah.
Just really talk them around. Ed, do you want to tell us who you've picked today?
Yeah. So again, I think Mike mentioned this on the podcast last time, was that when he asked me to be on it, I was like, okay, I need to choose someone good, make sure that it's someone that we can talk about, someone that is interesting enough to talk about as well, and fuckable.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So I was just
Emphasis on the bottom.
throwing around a bunch of different ideas, and I was really stuck on a couple of them. But the way that I kind of got there was like back when I was younger. I remember watching Rove live on
Okay.
TV,
Yeah.
and Rove would often
Say
do
hi
this
to your
like
mum for me.
say hi to your mum for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he'd often do this section right at the end where he'd do like 60-second questions or like a very speed round, and he'd always ask the last question, and who would you turn gay for?
Mm.
And I thought like when I'm younger, like not with much exposure to the world and all that sort of thing, but I thought as a straight person, like who would I potentially like?
And you didn't know Mike at this
I
point.
didn't
so
know
it
Mike at
was-
this point. I didn't
Yeah.
know my platonic
alas.
homosexual boyfriend. So my immediate thought was always going to this person, and that person was Antonio Banderas. So
Right
Yes.
choice.
yeah,
I think he was formative in a lot of our childhood
I mean, he was.
or teenagehoods.
He's a beautiful piece of a man. I
Mm.
tell you what.
He is astonishing.
That
Yeah.
is-
Yeah.
Great pick.
yeah, no, very, very big fan of this choice. He was on our list. We do have a little list,
ooh,
and I think that this was one of the ones that I was like, yes, this is. You could not have picked a better one.
Yeah.
I think so.
I do remember almost flying off the couch when I heard about it.
Yeah.
I was very excited.
That's
Oh,
true.
it's
She
so
was
good.
hovering near the ceiling.
I don't know why, but I felt nervous
Yeah.
as I
Sure.
was waiting for it, and I was like, oh my god, because it's always this like anticipation. I was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
excited, and when you said it, it felt like being cut loose. I was like, this is great.
Especially because I knew how like you were
Yeah.
throwing and you were quite nervous
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like, oh, he's picked a really controversial.
Oh,
Did you pick Elon Musk?
It is a big muskrat. That's
And,
Yeah.
like all cut the road.
yeah, yeah.
get out. We are against apartheid.
Oh,
But also, I just want to say, Cass bullied us into coming onto this podcast.
onto the
She bullied and nagged me. Ed just gave me like sad doe eyes and was like, "I leave the country soon," so that's why we're here.
That's all I can say.
I'm a very persuadable man.
So, with that being said,
Mm.
Ed, didn't mean to rhyme, but we'll go with it. What is your film where you believe Antonio Banderas is his foxiest?
Okay, so
Oh my god.
The hesitation of grabbing the phone.
There's an explanation.
so
to this.
yeah. So
Pictures.
initially I forgot that component. Like I forgot the component of like, oh, when they're at their foxiest,
Right.
because I 100% know exactly what it is from my viewing experience. But I also took it as an opportunity to be like, I haven't actually looked too much into Antonio Banderas's back catalogue,
Mhm.
or there's certain films in there that I haven't
I've looked at
seen.
Antonio Banderas' back catalogue.
But so initially I kind of went into it just thinking of, what movie would I like to watch basically that has this person in it. So initially the one I have the most notes on,
Okay.
was like kind of my initial pick because I hadn't seen it. So it's probably not the one that's the best pick for this, but
You can do as many as you want. Tonight
Yeah.
Mike brings us two. Sometimes Mike brings us
So, yeah,
more.
sometimes, not today.
so technically I could probably, at its most, I could talk about 3.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's a similar situation to Michelle Pfeiffer, right? You could pick any of his
Yeah.
filmography and be like, yeah,
Objectively, it's
yeah,
gonna be sexy.
yeah. But I mean, if I'm gonna go with what you said, like the film where he is at the most,
Peak Fox.
for me, it's The Mask of Zorro
yeah,
Okay.
from 1998.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, for me, like that is also like one of the reasons I made this particular choice. Like I loved that movie as a kid.
Yeah,
It is a cool movie,
it is.
and like,
Also,
Wait,
like
just
the,
googled it. Woof.
the sexual chemistry between him
Oh.
and Catherine Zeta-Jones
Oh.
is
I feel like
palpable.
Catherine Zeta-Jones and Antonio Banderas chemistry with anyone.
Honestly,
But then you put them both together, and there's going to be like some kind of chemical reaction. Like it's going to be insanity.
honestly, watching that movie afterwards, you could wring me out like a used rag. I swear to God.
Jesus Christ. They had to euthanize you at the cinema.
Yeah.
Animal control. They're putting that loop over your neck and you're fighting it.
I've got that cone around my head.
yeah. I mean, it's an obvious choice, I think, but
It's a
like,
great
it's
choice.
it's just like you say, the chemistry between them. Also, he's so fucking charming in that film.
That's
Like
a huge-
he charms the pants off everyone, and like I also kind of realized as I was watching it, Again, a little footlights throwback. It has a bit of a My Fair Lady kind of component to it as well, with Anthony Hopkins' character Diego de la Vega like taking on Alejandro, which is Antonio's character, and like making him into Zorro, but also like teaching him how to like do the whole, being a Don sort of situation as well. Like how do you carry yourself at a ball? How do you impress like all these other men of power and all that sort of thing? So there's like that kind of fun part of it too, which I thought was quite nice.
And you do get like lots of different aspects of being hot. Like you get the dirty, unwashed, kind of sweaty hot, and then you get like the suave, oiled back hair, sophisticated hot, and then you get like the like mysterious enigma, mildly threatening.
The amount of
but in a
facial
nice
hair,
way.
the amount of changes of facial hair in that film though is quite astounding. Like,
You also get Family Man, like so he's all of the hot, he's hot in all of them.
Yeah,
and I'm taking them off.
He also plays drunk very well. Like out of the three films that I've kind of got to talk about, at least two of them appropriately, he is drunk in them and acting drunk very well. So,
which I imagine is not an easy thing to do because you can very easily overdo that.
Yes. Yeah.
Not my man Antonio Banderas.
Oh
yeah.
That's a great choice.
That is a very good choice.
But you're so right though. Like the amount of like changes that he kind of goes through within that particular film. And again, that charismatic bit, like when he finally gets like the full Zorro get up and like it infiltrates like the place where the ball was, and he has like, first of all, incredible fight scene.
Yeah.
Because one of the other things as well is that he did a lot of his own stunts in that film, a lot of his own sword fighting. Like he trained for a couple of months with the Spanish Olympic fencing team.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
And he was also considered there was a sword master who'd worked with Errol Flynn and who worked with Antonio Banderas on the film. And he said Antonio was one of the best swordsmen he'd ever seen since Errol Flynn.
Incredible.
It's unbelievable.
So it's just like another layer on top of like just how
because everyone knows he's a good actor. He's been in some good films. And you hear stuff like that. You hear about his dedication to these roles.
I mean, also the fact, like, didn't he learn English phonetically from movies?
So his first movie, I think, was like the Mumbo Boys or something like that. His first English-speaking one.
He did
He
a lot
learned
of
it
Spanish
phonetically.
and Mexican films.
Yes. Yeah.
Is he Spanish or
he is Spanish?
Yeah,
he is Spanish. Yeah.
That is insane to learn a language phonetically, and one which is as notoriously difficult as English.
So did Bela Lugosi in Dracula also learn phonetically? Yeah.
English is so difficult to learn.
So
like
bitsy.
Anybody that can learn that language,
Yeah.
to do it phonetically is a whole different.
And especially learn it enough to be able to act and like put, emphasis on different words and play around with it. And,
So maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit here as well, but like with that, one of the films I did watch as well to kind of prepare for this, and maybe again, I'm sorry if I'm kind of ruining the order or anything like that, but like there's a laminated run sheet.
Not really looking at it. It's decoration.
So the learning phonetically as well. So without giving too much away, like in The Legend of Zorro, which is the sequel that came out in 2005, the son of Catherine Zeta-Jones and Antonio Banderas also did all his lines phonetically. He's a Spanish speaker first, and like did learn all his English speaking lines phonetically.
That's so cool.
And he was probably like 9 years old. I would have to like fact check that, but yeah, it was when I read that fact as well. That was pretty crazy, and I just wanted to throw that in while we were talking about it rather than coming back.
So like amazed by people that are multilingual. Like I just
So
cannot
impressive.
imagine having that in your brain at all times and being able to switch between them.
I've been doing French on Duolingo for 2 years, and I'm still very much at like the oué marchet sort of.
You're what?
Yeah.
What?
Oué marchet. People are like, here you go, and I say murky bow cups.
La la.
Try bien, Mike. Try bien.
Tres beans.
Oui, Mark.
Oui, Mark. Yes, in French I am Mark.
With a C.
Mark de Bohom.
Oh my god, little French language.
Yes.
One French listener who we debunked turned out it was
Cass.
This is a very bisexual podcast. It may as well be bilingual at the same time, let's be honest.
Beautiful.
I have like such strong memories of Legend of Zorro because I remember seeing
Mask or
Mask
Legend?
of Zorro.
Mask,
Sorry,
yeah.
Mask of Zorro.
Yeah.
I saw it at the cinema when it came out.
Oh,
Loved
okay.
it. Was obsessed with it. Got it on VHS for Christmas that
You
year.
got it on VHS for Christmas.
I remember the toys. Do you remember the toys?
I don't remember the toys.
I had so many of the toys from that film. They were so cool. I was obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Just so it's one of those movies that is like seared into my brain.
Yeah.
And it was very close to being what I chose. But I went another way.
Ooh.
But like yeah, I was very close, and I watched it not too long ago. So I was also like, I don't want to watch it again. So
Yeah.
I think if I hadn't watched it recently, it possibly would have been my choice.
Sure.
But it was not. You give us your next one.
Okay, well, yeah, Legend of Zorro was the other one. So
Okay.
I got Mask and Legend, so I watched
Perfect.
both. So initially I went into it thinking like, well, I'm going to do sequels.
Yep.
And also to honor the pod.
Oh god.
I had to. My other film is Spy Kids 2: Island of the Lost Dream.
Yeah.
Shout out Steve Buscemi.
Shout out Steve.
Did they explore each other's bodies?
They did. I was there.
Elsie was the spy in Spy Kids 2.
It was in the Nancy Reagan Memorial Cup chair. Oh my gosh, I'm blushing. Wow.
Oh my god.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Effectively the best Spy Kids film as well.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched them for a long time. I think I rewatched the first Spy Kids within the time frame that I've been dating Catherine. I know that we watched it together within the space of the 9 years we've been dating. But yeah, I hadn't watched Spy Kids 2 for a long time, a long time. So I was like, I'll go with that one, mostly because it also has Steve. But yeah, just because like I'd forgotten key points of it, like I completely forgotten about Gary and Gertie Giggle, like the kids. That's like Emily Osmond.
Emily Osmond, who I was obsessed with when I was a child.
I don't know if I've ever seen Spy Kids 2. I've seen the first one.
Ooh.
I saw it at the cinema. Elsie's just got up and left.
Hear the door slam. I'm gone.
I've seen the first one, and I remember Alan Cumming.
Yes.
And what else?
What else did he do?
You remember Alan Cumming? Yeah,
I
what
just
do you
went
remember
with
about the film?
with my mate Alan. No, like I don't really remember much about it.
Okay,
I don't think I've ever seen the
You have
second
to say
one.
that you've missed Steve Buscemi's iconic line where he says, "Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?"
That's a very good line.
And
I
Steve
know you've
Buscemi,
said that on this before.
Yeah.
he just says it, and he's got his little broken glasses.
But I think the
and
thing
he's
is,
objectively very
last
sexy.
time I heard you say it, I was like, oh yeah, of course, that classic line from the classic film. And then I was ruminating, and I was like, I don't think I've seen it.
Line got a lot of like in the internet age, like, it got a lot of publicity. Like everyone talks about it because they're like, "Oh my god, how crazy is this deep line?" I was like, "Yeah, because Steve Buscemi said it."
It could be that I have seen it, and like I would watch it again and be like, oh my god, yeah, but I don't.
I
think I have.
don't know if it's the second one or the first one, but there's one where the kids get this like there's like this little hatch on their submarine or something that like they can program it and it gives them any food they want. And I think they want McDonald's, they get McDonald's out of the hatch, and I remember that so viscerally from my childhood being like, I want that so bad.
Yeah.
Spy Kids, great series.
Yeah.
Need to rewatch them, clearly. Or watch them.
Absolutely do. I distinctly remember having a crush on Antonio Banderas when I was a child and being like, oh my god, it's so crazy because he's the dad. He was so fit in that film.
Who's the mum?
Carla Gugino.
She's also very hot.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I think you need
But
to
she was
watch
only
it.
like, I think she was like either 29 or 30 when she was cast in the first Spy Kids movie. So like as soon as she kind of hit that like kind of age, she was like, you're the mum roles, and she was like, what?
Yeah. She's like,
and there's like, I think there's like a 10-year age gap or 10 or 12-year age gap between her and Antonia. So
I still would.
Yeah.
100%.
That's fine.
Yeah. Controversially young partner.
I know that Jared has seen them, and Jared talks about them a lot. So
They're like
They're fun.
They're one of those ones where I think there was a real time in the early 2000s where a lot of the kids' movies were being made with the thought in mind that parents would have to be taking their kids to see them. So there was a lot of stuff in there. Like I don't know if it's the first one, but there's this really good scene where Antonio Banderas and the mum are like having, I think it's about how they meet, and because they're both spies, they're like sitting in this cafe together, but they're at different tables. It's a really well done film series. Like there's obviously some childish bits in there, it has to be, but overall, good films. They hold up.
Mm.
You haven't?
Yeah, I'll do it. Great. You've pressured
you
me
go.
into doing it.
You're welcome. You are very persuadable.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll talk about something and then I'll see your letterbox later on and it'll be like, Mike's added this to his watch list. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Has he
I
sold?
I mean, I actually listen to your takes, Elsie. Unlike you, I'm sure you haven't listened to anything that I've ever suggested.
You'll suggest good stuff and I might.
Ooh,
No, I'm joking.
the fuck?
I definitely
No, of course you
have.
have.
I'm also just like really good at procrastinating things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So I have a watch list as long as my freaking dong because I just can't bring myself around to watching it.
Not very long.
No.
Pretty short.
There's negative one films on there. A girl can dream, Mike.
-1, is that what you call your boyfriend?
Well, anyway, Mike, what was your fucking film? Listen, I'm free and I'm alive.
So I picked 2 films,
No, of course you have.
as per who I am. And oh my god, I've forgotten what they are. No,
You watched them today.
I did watch them
I
today.
actually watched mine as well today. I felt very much like you, so I am learning from you.
Yeah, great. So, yeah, it was. I had a bit of problems with this because the list was so long of possible films.
As long as my dog.
It's as long as Elsie's tongue. The first film I thought of, which is not the film I chose, was Philadelphia.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
He is beautiful in that.
Sexy in it.
However, he's also hardly in it. He's a really.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like, oh, I don't know if that's the kind of film you want to just be focusing on how sexy somebody is.
I mean, look, it's not the first time we would have discussed an HIB. The very
True,
first
true,
episode.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
But so I didn't pick that purely because he's not in it very much.
Yeah,
But
true.
I would say for my money that is his sexiest.
100%.
He's really good looking in there. But just very, very small role. So I wanted to do him justice. So then I had it down to 2.
Mhm.
One of them is just a good movie all around, just a very, very good movie all around. The other is not a good movie, but he is phenomenal in it.
Okay.
So the movie that is not good that he is phenomenal in, 1996 Evita.
I had a feeling. I
You're
can't
gonna
believe you
pick
put
that
yourself through that.
I did.
Oh, I'm
Look,
proud of you.
Evita, look, I have, thanks.
Mike's ongoing feud with
Don't-
Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, I do not like Andy Lou Webster. I call him that with casual disrespect. I really don't like his
But
stuff.
What if you were his bad Cinderella?
If I was his bad Cinderella, then he would stand in front of the curtain and tell me how useless I was, because that's what he did to the cast of Bad Cinderella.
Oh.
Suck.
It does suck, but he didn't stand in front of them. He sent a representative to stand in front of them and read out a letter where
Worse.
he said it was a big mistake from start to finish, and he got booed.
Also, sorry, real quick, him doing that is like going to Subway, ordering the world's shittest sandwich, taking a bite of it, and then having a go at the representative. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
he made it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that fucking video of him trying peanut butter for the first time? Like last year or this year, and he had it, and he's like, "Oh, it's revolting," just
Okay.
fucking weird, just a wank. So, anyway, terrible human that generally creates terrible art. I do not like his musicals, but Evita is one of the ones that I've always been like, it's fine.
Okay.
I like Sunset Boulevard generally. I think it's a good one. I think Jesus Christ Superstar has some really cool moments.
Yes.
And I thought Evita was fine.
Yeah.
And I remember
Aggressively fine.
aggressively fine. Not even aggressively, it was just fine.
This is fine.
And I
Definitely a musical.
remember, yeah, that was my reaction. I hadn't seen it for years, so I sat down to watch it today, and I was bored out of my tits. It was so dull.
But at least Antonio Banderas was there.
Antonio Banderas singing and dancing in a fountain, all wet.
Ooh.
Very sexy. Very, very sexy.
God.
So like it's worth it for Antonio Banderas. I also quite like Jonathan Pryce in it. I think Jonathan Pryce is good. Madonna's got dead Beatle eyes. She's
Madonna was there.
yeah, not vocally. Vocally, she needed a bit more work.
It's might be our most ruthless podcast episode yet.
Fuck Andrew Lloyd Webber. No, but he is really good, and like he is giving so much.
Carrying.
He's really carrying it. His singing is great. He's got so much energy. He's really putting that rage into everything, and
Maybe
that
he
like
hates Andrew Lloyd Webber.
just maybe.
Well, I don't know.
No, he did also do like a concert where he sang Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, he did.
And sang Phantom of the Opera, which I love.
It's a remix.
Yeah, not a good film. Not a good film, but
He sang.
he is very good. He is very sexy. Often like in that sweaty kind of dirty way.
Oh, perfect.
Still a really early film for him in terms of English-speaking films. It was 1996.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very early. And but by that stage he was already like getting to be bankable star.
Yeah, because by that point he'd done Interview with the Vampire
Yeah.
and Desperado.
And Philadelphia, which I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, he's incredible in that, and I would like to see him do another film musical that is worthy of his talents. How's that? And then the other one that I saw, not a musical, but there was a musical that was created later off this film. One of his Spanish language films. I watched Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown.
Oh, I saw that one and I
Ooh.
looked into it.
I have wanted to watch this for years, so I know the musical, which was 2010, with music by David Yazbek, and the original production starred Sherry Renee Scott, Laura Benanti, that guy from American Idol who did
Adam Lambert?
No, he was in Rock of Ages.
Oh god.
No, can't
no.
remember his name. And Patti LuPone.
There it is.
Yeah, there it
There's
is.
to be a reason.
And I liked the musical. It's flawed, but I like it. I like the songs.
Mhm.
And so I'd always wanted to watch it, and I watched it today, and it was just so much fun.
That's great.
It's so funny. It's so entertaining. The colors are so bright, and Antonio Banderas is a kissing maniac. He just keeps kissing people, and he's like got like floppy curly hair, and he's got glasses, and he wears like this kind of billowy white shirt, and he's
I have to say, his naturally curly hair is just one of the things, because when watching Legend of Zorro is one of the first things I picked up on, because that was 2005. And so the straightening irons were out in 2005.
Yeah.
And his hair is like a weird, like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 2 sort of look, and it's floppy and like middle parted. And I'm like, it's not giving
natural curl
his
routine.
natural curl.
curly, yeah.
Mm.
He's very sexy. It's also, I mean, a man speaking in Spanish
Oh, yeah.
is always going to be
Ugh.
sexy.
It's always going to do numbers.
It did make me want to, like, when I was younger, like watching like things like Mask of Zorro and those sorts of things was like I really wanted to learn
Yeah.
Spanish. But I just didn't have access to that at that particular stage. And then when I went to high school, both in the UK and here, it was pretty much either like French, German in the UK, and then it was French, Japanese
Yeah.
here.
It is random.
So-
Like French, Japanese seems to be like the public school
Mm, mm.
languages
Yeah.
in New Zealand.
So-
I did Spanish class because I went to private school for a while, but I never carried it on, and I kind of wish I had, because it would have been a cool, like a skill to have like an extra language.
Yeah.
But it was directed by Pedro Almodovar. Is that how
Oh
you say
yeah,
his name?
I don't know, but I know the director.
Yeah, so he's a like classic, you know, known for making good films, and this was one of his first, and it's just so funny. It's so entertaining. It's just, you know, there are chase scenes, and I thought it was going to be a lot more of a farce. It isn't quite farce levels, but it does have that like energy of like, what the fuck is happening
Yeah.
now? And it's so good. Highly recommend watching that. Even if Antonio Banderas does nothing for you, which first get
What
yourself
the fuck?
studied. But second, it's just there's so much in it. A lot of really cool female performances, lots of just awesome characters. It's so cool. Highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that director's a frequent collaborator with Antonio. Like they've done a bunch of films together, and I think the one that Antonio got the Oscar nod for was he was playing a version of the director. Like the director wrote this role, and was like, Antonio, I want you to play it. And I think that's the one that Antonio got the Oscar nomination for,
Yeah,
which
it
is
was
pretty cool.
It was definitely his breakout stuff was with Pedro. He
Correct,
comes
yeah.
out a lot. And I do want to. It makes me want to go back and watch more, because it was also my first Pedro Almodovar film. yeah, I really want to watch his back catalogue and more of Antonio Banderas's Mexican Spanish language films.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Big fan. What about you, Elsie?
Well, I can safely say that my film hasn't been mentioned yet.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh
I feel
no.
like the more films we talk about, yeah, I didn't surprisingly do Cat in the Hat because that wasn't in that.
That was so. I can't believe you said the fucking Cat in the Hat.
He wasn't in Cat of the Hat.
No, but you
Cat
did
of the
watch
Hat.
it.
I watched the bootleg version. I also didn't choose.
It's like the porn parody version.
Yeah, I directed it. I didn't also watch Shrek or Puss in Boots,
Mm.
even though, I mean, it's kind of crazy to have him playing a cat because he's got a really sexy voice, but that's besides the point.
I think if someone had said Puss in Boots, which I was perfectly prepared for someone to do, I think that is a valid answer.
I have to say as well with that. So I rewatched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish earlier this year.
Oh, yes.
Which is also very good film.
Mhm.
Like, regardless of being animated or not, it was a really good film. And when I was rewatching it again, because I'm a teacher in my day-to-day life, occasionally you'll watch a film and you'll be like, oh, I could teach this.
Yeah.
Because it does deal with like some really good topics of conversation, especially for teenagers.
Right.
You know, things about like anxiety and mental health, and also just like what is a worthy dream, and like, you know, how you can kind of like come together to set aside your differences, like really valid themes and stuff in that. So I said to myself, cool, I'll give it a go. I'll try and teach it to my year 10 class. And so obviously when you watch it at home, you've got your normal regular setup from your TV or whatever. But when I put it on for my students and I have my like projected on my whiteboard and like speakers coming through, I had it a little bit too loud to start with. And then it opens with, you know, Antonio Banderas is doing the voiceover. It's like, starlight, star bright. And it's so deep and boomy. And like, I'm in the middle of teaching this class, and maybe this is inappropriate for me to say, but I was just like, oh. It was just a moment of, this is,
Animated cat.
and there's nothing on the screen. It's actually like stars, and then you just hear like starlight, and you're like,
Did you turn around and like every student was biting their knuckles?
It's actually criminal that they had him play an anthropomorphic cat with a voice like that.
It's
Mm.
insane.
It's insane. I distinctly remember when Puss in Boots was first introduced in the Shrek films being like, oh, okay.
But I also love the fact that it's a very meta character as well.
Yeah.
The fact that like it is a Zorro like archetype voiced by the guy who played fucking
Yeah.
Zorro.
Yeah,
like it's
absolutely.
so
It is
cool.
so
I love that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to
No,
interrupt.
not at all. Oh my god, why? I'm blushing thinking of a cat. Okay. I picked a really crazy one, which is described as a 2001 American erotic romantic thriller.
Oh.
I watched Original Sin directed by Michael
Okay.
Christopher, in which Antonio Banderas is a plantation owner, which yikes.
Oh, all right.
And he sends away for an American mail order bride, which okay, and she is Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
Okay.
That film was rated pornography. That film
Did
was.
you also have to watch this one on a porn
I
site?
finally did have to watch one on a porn site. Thanks, Clancy Brown and Tilda Swinton.
Do you mean Clumpsy Brown?
Clancy Brown. had
I'm
me-
already looking at some of the photos on this, and I'm like, oh
Okay,
my
can I just
goodness.
say,
There's a
he-
bathtub here.
What?
They have an insane sex scene.
Oh no, I've seen
On
the
8
sex
Nude
scene
Man.
on 8 Nude Man.
He is so hairy. He's got this crazy hairy chest, and
Oh
he's
my
like
God.
so tan, and he's like glistening because it's like in like where are they? Because he's got, I think they're in like
Oh no, I'm looking up
they're in
original.
Cuba. That's right.
I looked up Original Sin and it's just giving me biblical bullshit and I'm very
Oh my
upset.
god.
What if I look up sexy
Oh,
photos?
that's right. It was produced by Michelle Pfeiffer's production company.
Ah.
She knew. She had a vision, right?
God
It's like-
damn.
Okay, they're in Cuba, so it's quite warm.
Mhm, that's the photo I saw.
Everyone's sweaty. Angelina Jolie is also just like beautiful. Like
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
goes without saying. Like she is beautiful, and that's like a pinnacle of this film. So I obviously picked that one because I like saw the stills from it, and I was like, okay, woof. It is salacious. Like it is filthy. I was blushing. I had to go for a walk. But it was also, I was expecting it to be a bit shit
Mm,
because I was like, this is one of those random ones that I found
mm.
just through scrolling through his Wikipedia, so I'm not holding out any hope. It was actually like pretty good. Like I actually thought the story was really good. He like sends away for a mail order bride, Angelina Jolie. He receives Angelina Jolie, and obviously he falls in love very quickly with her because she's Jesus fucking Christ. That's
Oh,
what I said.
Just gonna
Um,
zoom in on that. Bear with me.
yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, it's just that's not Antonio, is it?
Is it?
Is that a white man?
I don't know.
That's
no, it
Does
doesn't
she
look
have
like him.
sex with someone else? A blonde man? Am I just looking at porn?
It wouldn't be. I feel like it's not the first time that's happened on the.
Downfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Oh.
Is that? I didn't know Angelina got her tits out in movies.
Yeah, no, she did. I can tell you that 100% she did. I
Yeah.
was absolutely captivated.
What's that position?
She's. Oh no, that's afterwards. He's just like rubbing her back, and you can see the top of his spine, and it looks a little
Oh.
bit freaky. Kind of looks like
Oh.
a dance off.
Sorry, none of this is good podcast material.
I love that part of the podcast where we look at photos that you guys. No, so like he gets a mail order bride, and then Angelina Jolie turns up, and he's like, "You look nothing like your photo." 'Cause she like, it's back in the ages ago, so like she like sent him this picture of her, and she was like, "Yeah, I know, I sent you a fake photo, catfished him."
I'm sorry, why would you be upset if Angelina Jolie
Well,
turned
that's
up
the
at your door?
He's not necessarily upset. He's just like, you don't look like that lady. And then she's like, I invented catfishing. I've catfished you. But she's like, the reason I did it is I didn't want a guy just to pick me because of how obscenely beautiful I am.
Yeah,
Which, at least she's self-aware.
yeah.
Mm.
And he was like, which is such a wanky move. Anyway, he was like, I also lied to you. She's like, oh, yep. And then he's like,
Oh, yep.
hey,
You know,
we have a
classic-
really strong New Zealand accent.
Classic Angelina Jolie quote. Oh, yep.
She's like, oh, yep. And he's like, I told you that I was like I worked on a coffee plantation. She's like, yeah. And then he's like, I actually own the coffee plantation. But I didn't want a woman to just be with me because I'm rich. And they were like, oh, I
Oh.
guess we're both filthy liars. And so then they go and fuck.
Hot.
Which, like, valid. You meet Antonio Banderas for the first time, you meet Angelina Jolie for the first time. What
Yep.
else are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
But then it is a thriller, so there's a plot twist. And it was actually like, I was actually invested in it because I was
Okay.
like, this is actually interesting. I think it's based off a book. So I actually recommend watching it. One, filthy, salacious, dirty, perfect. But yeah, also actually got a good story.
Interesting.
And yeah, that's what I watched. I was biting my knuckles. Didn't
Yeah.
watch it in the crib with the curtains shut.
Yeah, you had to have like something stuffed in your mouth, like a t-shirt or something.
Jeez.
As long as I don't have to watch it on a porn website, I think I'm doing okay. But at least we all know I'm committed. Okay. Any
Oh.
any honourable mentions?
Ed?
I mean, you just made me think of it then as well. I mean, again, going back to Legend of Zorro because it keeps coming back. There is a moment where he gets out of a. It's a weird place to start the scene. So like he just has this fight with Catherine Zeta-Jones because there has to be some kind of tension between the two characters for drama to happen. And then he goes off and is in like a bathhouse with a bunch of other like older men, like playing poker on like this floating poker table.
Right.
But then there's a moment where he kind of stands up,
Oh my god.
and it is one of those like kind of like how far can you kind of push it for a PG movie, and then like wraps a towel around you, kind of like whoop.
Almost. Drat.
We'll get him.
Yeah, he's had his willy out in a lot of stuff. I mean,
I'll be the judge of that.
look, there's one picture that has been going around since I was like 15, and
I've just opened A to Z Duban, obviously.
well, okay.
Not sponsored. And Banderas. Okay, what are you talking about?
Hang on.
Oh, that's a crazy photo to choose for him.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
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 Are we all prepared to see Antonio Banderas' penis?
I think that's a
So,
rhetorical question.
He's had it out there.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
him as young, when he was young. That's him young.
Oh, okay.
Right.
He really did, didn't he?
He did.
Reminds me of
And then there's that one as well.
Jesus Christ.
But now look, this. What do you mean that's his penis? Men have different bits.
Fucking big.
Now look, this full disclosure, this has been going around since I was
Wow.
15.
Disgusting. Okay.
However, it could be a fake. It absolutely could be.
I
But
just
I'm
believe
choosing
it's
to
not.
believe it's not.
That reminds me of what's his name? Orlando Bloom paddleboarding.
Yeah, but this looks girthier.
You know that photo of the top of your head.
Oh, mate, it is saved in my
Wow,
in
this
my
is really
brain
good
folder.
gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was your honorable mention?
I think probably I mean, I guess the first Spy Kids as well will fall into it, but there's also a movie that my sister had on DVD, called Take the Lead.
Oh yeah, the dancing
The
one.
dancing
Right?
one, where he's like a ballroom dancing teacher, and like it was one of those, like, you know, the edgy teacher going into like the gritty neighborhood schools.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's a
cool.
there's a very sexy scene where, like, I think even like the guy who plays Rufio in Hook and also voices Zuko in
Yeah.
Avatar
Yeah.
is one of those, like, you know, rapscallion kids.
Change their lives.
And he's going to change their lives through ballroom dancing. Yeah. So it's one of those like really corny movies. I haven't seen it for a number of years, but it was one that I also thought of, you know, again, like that was also around the time that I was watching Rove. So it would have been that kind of link and that kind of connection.
That same one.
But I did watch the scene where he, like, in order to impress them, he just like brings one of his like dancing colleagues, and they do this very, you know, sexy kind of salsa thing, and all the students just like, wait, what? It's very cringy, very corny, but it's just like, yeah.
At the time, like full immersion, you're like, yeah, I get it.
Nice.
I get it.
Hmm.
Never know what to do with a grown man ballroom dances in front of me.
Which happens to you on a daily basis.
It's a common occurrence.
I just come down to level 8 and I'm like, hey, I'll see, look.
What's that?
Busts out a one-man foxtrot.
And they're like, he's doing it again. Like, I'll see that guy's here again. Beautiful. Mike, what's your honourable mention?
So I think I've actually mentioned most of them. Philadelphia's there, Puss in Boots is there, the Zorro films are there. However, there's one that's actually not a film, and if I had my druthers, this would be wait, it's a phrase.
What does that mean?
Have you heard this phrase before?
Not as familiar with it.
If I had my druthers, it's a phrase. Right, and if you know this phrase, it means if I had my way.
If I had my druthers.
If I had my druthers.
As you were.
If I had my way,
Yes,
this would be my.
Speak English on this podcast, Mike. Getting really
I'm
racist.
so upset.
Okay, if you had your druthers.
If I had my druthers. I don't even know what the fuck a druther is. What the fuck is a druther?
You made it up.
I did not make it up.
I'm on it.
Phrases for the podcast as you demand I tell you what it means.
Brothers.
Get your druthers out.
Using a phrase, if I have one's druthers, but a druther is an alteration of would rather. So it's just someone being lazy saying would rather. Druther.
Oh, so it's a little, almost like a portmanteau.
Yeah. So if I had my way, this would have been my choice. But it's not a film,
Okay.
and it's not a TV series. It's actually the 2003 Broadway revival of Nine, the musical. Where Antonio Banderas played Guido Contini, and he was phenomenal. The cast was phenomenal. It had him, it had Laura Benanti, it had Jane Krakowski, it had Cheetah Rivera. It was really good
That's
production,
strong.
and he was really sexy in it.
Yeah.
And he made out with Laura Benanti every night, and it was really hot.
There you go.
So that would have been my pick, but because it's not a film, I couldn't choose it.
Put 'em in good faith.
But I love the musical Nine, and I love him in it. I think it's a role that was originated by beloved objectified man of the podcast, Raul Julia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my main honorable mention, a Broadway musical.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine's already mentioned Spy Kids, specifically Spy Kids 2, because I like to imagine the hands to be Buscemi, exploit each other's bodies,
Mhm.
because of that saying. But then also, yeah, Puss in Boots.
What if Puss in Boots and Steve Buscemi explored each other's bodies?
Randall from Monsters Inc.
Oh,
Boots.
oh my
Kiss on the
God.
mouth.
Oh.
Confirmed. Starting some horrible rumors here on the podcast.
There's probably Rule 34. They're probably.
I'll
You
Google
could
it.
put in a commission for the
Oh, I
request
forgot
for
that
someone.
I had that open.
Did you just
Okay.
get assaulted by Antonio Banderas'
I
penis?
just said nude man was open on my phone.
Isn't it always? Your homepage,
This
isn't
is
it?
fine. Sponsor me. I think it's actually time for Fox Facts.
Yes.
Hey.
Antonio Banderas Fox Facts.
Google away. Google.
Well, just very quickly, I did recall one just
Typical
there
bloody
because it's
teacher
Raul
doing his
Julia.
homework. Raul Julia.
Linking to that. So initially, Raul Julia was going to be the character Diego de la Vega that Anthony Hopkins played, but passed away before the film started shooting. So he was initially going to be older Zorro teaching young Antonio Banderas.
That would have been hot.
Insane.
That would have been so hot.
So instead they went for the sexually Welshness of Anthony Hopkins.
So do you think
playing...
Raul Julia and Antonio Banderas met? And do you think they explored each other's bodies?
Say that about a man that was on his deathbed.
Look, I still would.
When the world is away.
Look.
I mean,
Yeah.
probably.
Look. Oh,
Because-
R.I.P. Raul Julia.
Interesting, I found this out actually, I think yesterday when I was in the car waiting to board a ferry, that for a period of time, Antonio Banderas was Dakota Johnson's stepdad.
Wow.
Oh.
Madam Webb's stepdad. He was married to Melanie Griffith for like a
yeah, he
while.
was, wasn't he? Apparently, Madonna was madly in love with him.
Valid. We've all
I
been
mean,
there.
something about it has to be positive, right? So,
He was nominated for Broadway's 2003 Tony Award for Best Actor for the revival of the musical Nine.
oh, he was so good in it as well. Oh yeah, they were Melanie Griffith and Banderas were married for 18 years.
Oh, fuck off. He's also provided the Spanish voiceover for Puss in Boots.
Of course he has. Who else?
I
would
love
you
it when he's
have?
speaking Spanish in those movies as well. It's usually when he's yelling and he's angry. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I might need to watch the Spanish dub. in
Oh my God,
private.
yeah.
Apparently his two favorite movies is Orson Welles' The Magnificent Ambersons and Touch of Evil.
In Spanish, his surname means flags.
Oh.
Well, there you have it.
Anthony Flags.
You sure there was an L in that, or
Did he
can I get my hopes up? He has that was awful. He has some problems pronouncing some English words apparently, and he says the word that really gets me is animals. I just can never say it properly. Whenever it is in a film, I have to get it changed for a synonym. So in Zorro, he had a line change from "You look like a bunch of animals" to "You look like a collection of beasts."
I
Because he
was
struggles with
thinking
animals.
beasts,
Yeah.
What's your guys' English word that you struggle to say?
I really struggle with peripheral.
Peripheral?
Peripheral.
Yeah.
Mm.
And apparently I say towel weirdly
Okay.
because I put two syllables in.
Towel.
Towel.
But everyone else is like towel. Towel. But it's towel.
I haven't thought about it.
My one is rural. Like
Yeah.
if you're saying somebody lives rurally, which given the line of work we're in sucks. But I also have a lisp, so it's part of the
So you hate
Sisyphus
Sisyphus.
territory. The one I cannot say is, you know, when you're in a store and you go to the area of the store that sells shoes, the shoe section, I have to say that very slowly.
Shoe section.
Because if I say shoe section too fast,
Okay.
I put my tongue in too many
I'll just
places.
stumble over words sometimes. For me, like often when I'm usually when I'm reading out loud. So earlier this year, again with my year 10 class, they seem to be making a recurring appearance on the pod. We read a novel called Scythe by Neil Schusterman.
Okay.
And one of the things in there is set in like a dystopian world, and there are certain people within this dystopian world that believe in this thing called like the tonus. It's the one true tone of something.
Okay.
And they are called a tone cult. And I accidentally swapped the N and the L
Toll cunt.
in the middle of a year 10 class, and just powered through and hope no one noticed. But one of my favorite stories I get to tell about.
Toll cunt. That's very
Be
good.
called J.R. Tolkien if you don't like him.
Or when he was in Australia. My toll cunt.
Tolkien. Oh my god, god! I think it's admirable to just power through it. You can't
Yeah.
stop and acknowledge.
Yeah.
But my heart dropped. And I then beads of sweat appeared on my back, and I was just like, oh god, and I didn't look up for about 10 minutes.
One time on camp, a teacher told us to shut the fuck up because we were talking too much,
Ooh.
and tummies
That
dropped.
would've
Honestly,
been
deathly silence after that.
You must call me teacher mum, and it was so embarrassing. They said,
I've been called
Oh.
I've been called mum and dad. Yeah, not at the same
Daddy
time.
as well. So that's
Mike.
you may not have been there for that.
He could Antonio Banderas could have played football professionally until he broke his foot when he was 14.
He has his own perfume cologne brand for men, Blue Seduction Woman.
Oh, I bet Antonio. Look,
I know
he smells really good, right?
Oh, he smells
You just
incredible.
look at him and you're like, I want to whiff. I want to get a whiff of that. I want to bury my face in your neck.
I
and
want to sniff the cotton out of your undies, mate.
That's the one. He's fluent in Italian as well as English and Spanish, apparently.
What can't he do?
He was arrested by the Spanish police for a performance in a play by Bertolt Brecht because of political censorship under the rule of General Francisco Franco. He spent a whole night in a police station.
Wow.
He was born at 9 p.m.
Great. Congratulations.
Born at 9 p.m.
He founded a theatre company called, Teatro del Soho. Teatro del Soho. Teatro del Soho. In his hometown. We're going to skip right past that.
Oh, you're going to love this one, Mike. Nominated for the 2019 Golden Globe Award for Best Performance by an Actor Limited Series for his roles Pablo Picasso in Genius, which Picasso, meh. But he lost out to Darren Criss for American Crime Story
Oh,
by Ryan Murphy.
great. Oh,
Mike's best friend, Ryan Murphy.
fuck you. I bet him and Andrew Lloyd Webber explored each other's bodies, and no one wants it.
Controversial episode. We just talk about everyone we hate.
You know what, Nicolas Cage? Yeah, I don't like Nicolas Cage.
Why not?
I don't think he's very good.
You saw Longlegs.
I did see Longlegs.
Oh, okay. You saw The Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mike!
No, I didn't. I've not seen The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Like that in like every movie grid. Sorcerer's Apprentice is really
Never seen The
one
Sorcerer's
that you must watch.
Oh.
Not because it's good.
Great, yeah.
He wears a funny little hat in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I feel like delirious. That's why I think I'm very tired.
Same.
He was knighted by the Spanish government and has received the title of Sir Antonio Banderas.
Ooh.
Woof.
He has appeared in 8 films with Salma Hayek.
Oh.
Desperado, 1995. 4 Rooms, 1995. Frida, 2002. Spy Kids 3, Game Over, or Spy Kids 3D, Game Over. Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
That's honorable mention.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Puss in Boots, 2011. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Stupid title.
Yeah.
And Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
What a lucky man.
Well, that's Fox Facts.
It's time probably for the craziest part of the show where we say, does this fox fuck?
Does this Fox
So
fuck?
we build a Punnett square, which down your y-axis is, fucks doesn't fuck. X-axis knows what sex is, doesn't know what sex is.
Mm.
As we say, it doesn't have to be like, even if they fuck in the film,
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily negate that they fuck, right? It's more of like a mindset.
that's a vibe.
So do they fuck? And this is not about Antonio Banderas himself, because we all know.
We all know.
We've seen the man.
And we all would.
We all know. And this is about the character they play in our film pick or picks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ed.
Well, I guess I'll probably go for...
In the Zorro film.
In the Zorro film, so he plays Alejandro Murrieta. And surely.
goes without saying.
Surely.
Also, Catherine Zeta-Jones is there.
Oh,
If he
both
doesn't
of
win
them.
him,
Yeah.
And it's approved by everyone. It's filmed and distributed in universe.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's fucking.
Yeah, 100%.
He knows what it is.
Knows what it is and he's doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about Spy Kids 2?
Oh, Gregorio Cortez. Well, I mean, I would say he obviously has had sex,
At some point.
He's got kids.
a la the Spy Kids. But it's Yeah.
Does he have the time for it?
Oh, he's a busy
Oh,
man.
it's Carla though. It is Carla.
True.
Who is also a busy woman, I
Mm.
assume. Having not seen the
It's not
film.
like a schedule thing. It's like every Wednesday they're like, all right, we better.
No, I reckon it's like dedicated. It's like, if it's gonna happen, they're like, no, it's gonna
we
be
get it done.
beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
They'll be like,
So they're kind of like Gomez and Morticia. But
yeah, they'll be like, like the windows will be slightly open, the silk curtains will be kind of like blowing
Oh,
through, rose
yeah,
petals, like some
smell of jasmine on the air.
yeah. I feel like they would dedicate that time to each other.
They're-
I think they're a very loving couple. I think in those films.
It is like in the calendar, but they put their all into it every time.
Yeah.
It's not a choice. Yeah.
They've got it scheduled because they're busy people,
Yeah.
but they're going freak crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Good for them.
Mike's intense jealousy is simmering.
Well, bully for Draconia.
Go her, I guess.
Go
Get yours, queen.
Got lost.
So Mom Fox. Look, I think in Women on the Verge, he is fucking.
Mm.
I think he's like a little bit too like desperate for it though.
Oh, okay.
You
It's
know?
a bit too much.
Like he's just a little bit too obsessed with it. Probably should find some other hobbies.
Which that can be alright, but like it has to be in like a loser way.
Yeah.
It can't be in like a expecting to get
Yeah.
it kind of way.
And I mean, if he wasn't your, if he was your partner, you would not be able to have that trust. He'd sleep with anyone and anything.
What a dog.
That's what I think. And Evita, I don't think he knows what it is, and I don't think he's fucking. Because he's more of like a plot construct, and I think he's just too impassioned about justice and like,
Which we love.
yeah. So yeah, that's it. I think in Women on the Verge, he knows what it is, and he's fucking. Evita doesn't know what it is, doesn't fuck, purely because he doesn't care.
He didn't
It's
realize
just
it was an
not.
option.
No, it's
He's like, what is this doing for the cause?
he's like, no,
Yeah.
there's riots to have. That's much more important.
We've all been there.
What about in your films,
Original
Elsie?
Sin. So obviously he fucks,
Just
he fucks nasty style,
Yeah.
right? However, I would like to add that he sent away for a mail order bride.
Very
He
true.
had to outsource Puss, right?
Outsource the puss. Outsource the puss.
Crazy way to put it.
Jesus Christ.
If you gotta send away for poon, you're not getting it on the rig. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I think that potentially.
I can see you like writing it down. Like, as you're writing it, like it's coming back to you, and you're just laughing again more and more. Far out.
Oh no.
Sky also does make mention that previously he engaged the services of sex workers, which fair.
Good. Yeah, good. Nothing
Don't
wrong
like
with
the way
that.
the guy refers to the woman, but that's fine. We won't dwell. But so it's this weird line of like, obviously he's getting the services of sex workers, and then now he's got Angelina Jolie, but
Yeah.
he obviously it's not coming naturally to him, is it?
Yeah.
He's obviously got to take external means to do it. So I think objectively overall knows what it is and he is doing it, but left to his own devices he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
He had to literally send away to America to get some.
Nice.
Which cannot say we've all been there, mate, but you know.
I mean, I have not
Can't argue.
personally ordered Angelina Jolie off the internet,
I
but
didn't realise it's an option.
no.
Maybe next time.
Maybe do some research. Oh, all right. So I think that's our Antonio Banderas discussion.
I think we've
Yes.
wrapped him up.
I think so.
Any last thoughts about
What a man.
hard.
I love him,
Yeah.
and I
That's your thought. I love him.
love him.
He's just charismatic. He's funny.
Yeah,
You
he's,
know, He's also got a very good angry stare as well, which is
Yeah.
also part of the appeal.
I would really like to see him do more musicals.
Yeah.
You know what? I think
Maybe there'll be a musical sequence in Paddington in Peru, which
Maybe.
he is going to be in coming out later this year. So
I did see the trailer for that, and when I saw Antonio Banderas, I gasped.
yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I also love
I've not
those
seen
Paddington
I've not
films.
seen
Oh
any of the
my
Paddington
god,
films.
you'll cry.
Oh my.
I've heard this.
He is so stinking cute.
they're just lovely films.
They're beautiful. And Ben Whishaw plays Paddington, who has the loveliest voice.
Yeah, Hugh Bonneville is in it as well, being a fumbling, bumbling Mr. Brown. And
I want to watch them. I just haven't gotten around to them yet.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect.
I was thinking that if the Wicked film had happened 30 years ago, he would have been a very good Fiyero.
Well, I was thinking if it had happened this year, which it had, he also could have been a contender for like the Wizard if it wasn't
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, I'm not angry at him being in the role by any means.
No, I feel like Jeff Goldblum has more wizard energy.
Yeah.
I feel like Antonio Banderas is too like approachable and
not mysterious or weird. And
he wouldn't want to hide behind a facade, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Just be there.
Yeah. So before we move on to our next subject, Ed, I think there's one question that I want to ask you, which I want to ask every special guest that we have. What do you think is the sexiest scene or the sexiest moment in cinema or TV?
Okay, so I guess, I did think of this just very quickly. This is not my actual moment, but like there is the moment in Mask of Zorro where Catherine Zeta-Jones and Antonio Banderas have their first sword fight, and then it involves Antonio Banderas then cutting off the clothes of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Which is very hot.
I can hear that. I can hear the clothes ripping.
Yeah. Which is a very sexy moment, but
I bet that is worn out. That VHS, that the film is worn out for a lot of people. Yeah.
But because I knew this question was coming, so and I actually, when that question was asked to Cassandra, who was on here previously, my brain immediately went to obscure film choice potentially. The film Friends with Benefits.
Yes.
With Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. And obviously there's plenty of naughty moments within that, but the sexiest moment for me is they are like at, I think it's Justin Timberlake's parents' place.
Oh.
And they initially were like, no, we're not going to do anything. We're at my parents' place. And they have this really kind of like lovely night together. They're like in like bathrobes and stuff like that. And then they just have this very tender moment. And they end up kissing, and then Mila Kunis like pulls open his robe to show his chest.
Yeah.
And then she goes like, oopsie, like that. And then Justin Timberlake lets out this very natural kind of laugh, and it's just like the chemistry between the two, and it's just kind of like it felt like it's a real kind of moment, and for me like that like genuine connection between the two. And that then proceeds to have like a very sweet actual like scene.
Okay.
Which is then like soundtrack to a really cool cover of This Too Shall Pass. The band's like called Rogue Wave. I can never find it on Spotify. But the version of that I really like, because I think the original's by like OK Go, the like here it goes again treadmill people. Yeah, but it's a really sweet kind of slowed down cover, and it's a really sweet scene, and like for me like just that connection and that like, you know, that natural moment for me, I was like, that's hot.
Yeah.
Like, that connection is sexier than like you say like ripping off someone's clothes for me.
If it's like that real obtainable thing, it's almost sexier.
Yeah.
But like I find the same thing with actors. A lot of the time, if they're a little bit more natural and real looking, I find them sexier because I'm like, I could pull that.
Where it looks like an actual person, or like the scene actually looks like it could have taken place. Like you don't have to suspend disbelief to believe that that's occurring between two people. And if you are an actor that can actually bring that to a film, that is 100% sexier than whipping somebody's clothes up with a sword.
Have Michelle Pfeiffer and Antonio Banderas ever had a romance scene together? Because I imagine that the chemistry there would be palpable.
I think it's good for my health if I don't Google it. My heart won't stop.
I'm thinking about it. That's a very hot scene, Ed. That sounds good. I approve.
Cool.
Your approval.
Again, I was very like bringing forward the fox. I was like nervous about mentioning it because I'm like, you know, it's not maybe what everyone's choice would be. But I was like,
sexy is different to everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
There are some people that would fully like to just rip clothes off, banging nasty, dirty style on the floor. You know.
I also don't think I ever actually answered the question when you asked it of me that one.
Yes, you did. Well, you gave me a TV answer. You said the hot priest in
Fleabag.
Fleabag being like,
Don't talk about it. My eyes water. Fuck you calling me father like it doesn't turn you on just to say it.
Yeah, that one. There you go.
Yes, right. Okay. Anyway, next question.
I can't remember what my answer was.
No.
That's all right. It's tucked away, stored for later.
I'm glad that you remembered mine. Okay.
So, Elsie,
Oh God.
here we are once again.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm here for this. Oh my god.
Is
You
that the
haven't-
sausage gets made?
Oh,
That's a phrase.
it is.
It is a phrase.
Finally, it's an actual phrase. I'm like, bloody get your loins out or whatever you do.
This is how the druthers get made. Yeah.
How dare you disrespect the druther?
Oh my God.
This is so offensive.
You're welcome.
Oh, what's your next fucking fox? Jesus.
Got two.
You can.
One's a boy and one's a girl.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know which one to pick.
We could paper scissors rock, and if it's me, then it's the boy. If it's you, it's the girl.
Can you two paper scissors rock? And if it's you, it's the boy. If it's you, it's the girl.
Okay.
Okay.
I just feel like you should get to join in on the paper scissors rock.
Yay!
So if Ed wins, it's the girl. If
Yeah.
I win, it's the boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Paper,
But
scissors,
rock.
rock. Oh, I've gone scissors.
Ed's gone rock. Ed
So
wins.
Ed wins. Oh, it's the
Girl
girl.
wins.
So Lady Fox.
Susan Sarandon.
Oh, fuck me up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, walking barefoot down the red carpet. Oh, yes.
You know, one of those ones where it's like you're trying to choose between two things and then you pick one and it makes you realize you actually wanted the other. This has not happened.
Good.
Oh my God.
That's good.
I'm really glad that I actually got Susan Sarandon now.
Oh, one has just sprung to mind.
Yeah, I've actually also already got like ones on the.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
Excellent choice. Very good.
fit lady.
That's a sexy, sexy lady.
And she's just so great. Like she's one of those ones where it's not like, oh, you know, she's also a bit horrible person. Like she's
No.
actually really good.
She's just great.
She's
Yeah.
a really good lady. So
And you can also lust after her son in the same
yes,
episode.
yes,
How does that make you feel?
Robbins. Beautiful. Her ex-husband Tim Robbins.
Yeah, just the whole family is a fuckable family. Fuck.
Eva Murray. Is her daughter Eva Murray?
I don't know. Sure. What is she? Is she fuckable?
Oh yeah, she's.
No, I
fat.
mean, great. She's fit. The old sexy Sarandons.
So that'll be next.
Oh, that's
Episode.
exciting. Oh my God, I've got so many options.
Susan S.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm thrilled.
I'm so glad.
I
But like when I brought up Clancy Brown and you visibly winced.
did not. I did. My
held
reaction
it
was
very well.
Mr. Krabs.
He was a controversial pick, but he turned out to be.
Hey.
When I first heard that, I thought Highlander. Like, because that was one of the first things I ever
Mm.
saw him in, and he is not attractive in that in the slightest.
It was the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah,
was in uniform, so I knew.
he was hot and
I knew we
he was
were in it
hot
to
and
win it.
Shawshank. But I mean, Pet Cemetery too just takes the cake.
Everyone knows.
Fucking hell.
Everyone knows. If you haven't listened to Clancy Brown, the old Nancy Reagan,
Or wait, Clumpsy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
Clumpsy Brown.
What's everyone giving their films on Letterboxd? Ed, can you tell everyone what your Letterboxd
Yeah. Sure. I don't mind people following me on my Letterboxd. Again, I've mentioned before about like me being a teacher. So like all my like other socials are pretty private.
Yeah.
But I don't mind Letterboxd, so that's absolutely fine. And because I've always struggled coming up with usernames, this is literally just my old like Victoria University username that I just use for everything.
Right.
So my Letterboxd is Blundeedwa, which is just the first part of my last name and the first part of my first name. So it's B. Oh my god. Stop it.
How to spell your name? No.
It's because like when you do call someone on the phone and they're like, "And how do you spell that?" You have like your particular rhythm or something like that, and I just couldn't find it in my head. That's where it was coming from.
spell surnames rise up?
I don't know if I believe you. I don't know.
So
It has two fucking letters in it.
it's Blundeedwa. So it's BLUNDEEDWA. Blundeedwa, which is a terrible username.
When you follow me on Letterboxd, I was reading your username and I was like, who the fuck?
Yeah, maybe at some point I'll get around to changing it if you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my Letterboxd, and you can find me on there. And again, pretty much I've been using it since the start of this year, and I've been really enjoying using Letterboxd, so you can see that on there too.
Nice. And what are you rating your films?
Oh shit, okay. I am rating, so I didn't properly look at. So the ones I properly looked at were Legend of Zorro from 2005 and Spy Kids 2. So I think Legend of Zorro, I would probably get. I'm torn as to whether I would give it a 2.5 or a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because like for me, like 2.5 is like bang in the middle, and it's like yeah, it's fine, yeah, it's all good. And initially I was kind of put off by Rufus Sewell, who plays the villain, who's very good in A Knight's Tale, and it does play an
He's
excellent
really good
villain.
in The Holiday as well, if it's the person I'm
Yes,
thinking
you're
of.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just has a slightly weird accent that I couldn't place, and that
His
just kind of
voice
put
is
me
like
off it.
a weird husky,
Yeah.
whispery kind of voice. It is weird.
And again, it had like classic like sequelitis where they felt like they had to do more and be more flashy, but like I feel the simplicity of the first one was what made the first one work. So yeah, I'll decide either a 2.5 or a 3. But Spy Kids 2, it was silly fun. That's a 3.5
Oh,
for me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was very valid. Mike.
Evita.
I'm going to acknowledge it on Letterboxd.
Can we also talk about the fact that I have not mentioned that Patti LuPone originated the role on Broadway of Evita, and so I'm really holding back. Patti did it better than Madonna, I would say, by a significant margin. Evita, I had previously, when I'd seen it, rated it as a 3. I think with this viewing, it's going to come down to a 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
It's just boring. It's just yeah. Women on the Verge, I think I'm tossing it between a 4 and a 4.5. It was really good. I think I'm going to go 4. Yeah, Women on the Verge is a 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What about you, Elsie?
Yeah, so Mike.
Oh, sorry. Am I using fucking hell?
Said that to me like it was. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Podcast.
Yeah, my username is Druthers123.
Well, that's a good one. I'm going to write that down.
My username is One Hat Matter. ONEHATMADDER. One Hat Matter. Now I can ask.
You almost had this look of like kind of superiority. It's like, yes, I can spell this on the first try.
Bro doesn't.
It's not even my name. What?
Look.
What about you, Elsie?
Fuck's sakes, this is the most degrading part of the fucking podcast. My username is DixieNormus69. That is DIXIENORMOU, because we're in New Zealand, S69. And I'm
You should be ashamed.
I know. Also, it's like not like I have a few accounts with that as my username, but I don't know which ones they are. And I'm going to give Original Sin probably a 2.5.
Okay.
I don't think it's like rated overtly highly anywhere because I think people were more into it for how sexy the two main characters were. But I liked the story. I thought it was a good film, and I will defend it.
There were quite a lot of like sex thrillers around that time as well, weren't
like
there?
erotic thriller.
Yeah.
That pushed the boundaries.
Mm.
It was a good film. I
Nice.
don't think there's anything wrong with it. Okay.
So what's our if people wanted to get in contact with us and just like Ed say that they want to be on the pod, how can they do that?
2 modes of contact. You can get us on Instagram at thesilverfoxoffice, and we also have an email address which is thesilverfoxoffice@gmail.com. And so yeah, you can email us and say I have a fox idea, or I have a fox idea and I want to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or you can just email us and tell us how we're doing, give us some constructive criticism.
Yeah. Ed, is there anything you'd like to promote at all?
No, I don't think so, really. I mean, we would have been Thank You 10, but we've just kind of wrapped
Just
that up.
finished that.
So, yeah. And I mean, like, next year's kind of a bit of an enigma at the moment because I'm heading off to the UK next year. So, yeah, I mean, if you're friends of me and friends of the pod and would like to kind of follow on that particular journey, you know, like I said, my Instagram is private, but same username as my Letterboxd. So you're very welcome to request to follow me.
Oh.
And I will see how it goes. But yeah, nothing massively kind of in the works at this stage.
Yep, that's all right. Well, never mind then.
Mike, do you have anything to promote?
Nah.
Yeah, see, it goes both ways.
What about you? Do you have anything to promote?
Yeah, my great attitude and smile.
Oh, when are you getting that? Is that in the mail?
Coming soon. Yeah.
I also want to acknowledge, the last time recording in my apartment on the terrace. I will be moving next time, so next time it'll be a different location, which is very
New
exciting.
podcast studio.
Yeah,
How exciting is that?
not just my lounge filled with boxes.
No, this has been fun. This is where it's all started.
Exactly.
Next we'll be surrounded by pictures of Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. I mean, people listening won't be able to tell the fucking difference, but that's all right.
Oh well, we'll know.
What if our attitude drastically changes? What
What
if
if
you're
we
like,
just end up hating each other? Nothing's funny in the new place.
yeah, I'll just be so butthurt that you made fun of my druthers word.
Stop saying weird shit, and I won't have to. You can't say a word like druthers and not expect you to run with it. Good lord, Mike. Alright. Well, anyway, shout out to Steve Buscemi.
Hi, Steve. We love you, Steve.
We love you, Steve.
Steve, if you're listening, offer's still there.
Yeah.
Come to New Zealand. Well,
Standing offer. Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you so much for having me on. This has been an absolute blast, and it's so surreal to kind of actually be in the room where it happens.
Yeah.
And seeing it.
A room that you've been in many times.
A room I've been in many times, but generally been listening to every episode, and it's been so fun to kind of see how it's all going. And yes, thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome.
Anytime. Come back anytime. Beautiful. Alright.
Okay. Right. Ka kite.
Mate wa.